Alright, we're gonna go for a Wild World. I don't think you can win Wild Worlds without having a really high roll scenario, and the genetic that has the highest potential for high roll is Precocious, so we're gonna go Precocious. Obviously, you can do it on all the genetics. You saw that I have done it on. It's just, I think Precocious has the best shot at it overall. So if I'm trying to high roll, you're either trying to play a runaway evasion build or pincers. I'm going with pincers. I like to fight, but that's just me as a player. I like to fight. I didn't get pincer. I can either roll for it or take jaws. I'm gonna be greedy and re-roll for it because I want to turn around and murk this elephant. And I didn't get it, unfortunately. So I am going to. I'm gonna be very greedy and not take beak. Actually, I'm gonna continue to kite the elephant for a while. Eat food with my increased grab range from arms, and see if I can convert it into a situation. Of course, I'm leveling up while I'm on the move, so hopefully I'll pull into pincers and be able to turn around on them. Yeah, there they are. Oh, just in time. So it's now it's time to start playing. So I'm in a pretty comfortable position now. I'm confident to take fights. I want to use my strong position to hunt, because hunting is the best source of food. And I need to turn this into a snowball situation. Obviously, I can hit insane damage numbers off pincers, but it already does so much damage as it is that I could ignore damage for a bit and focus on life, damage reduction, and other defenses instead. So I'm going to do that if they come up, rather than push damage. I don't need ridiculous amounts of damage until after the first boss fight, because the boss rate, like the spawn rate, increases a lot by day 2. These are both about the same amount of HP, but I'm gonna take the cold res. Like, the resistance is there. Doesn't really matter too much, but the other one gave me one more health, but gave me increased size, and I don't necessarily want to get super big yet, because I don't have a lot of defense to offset the fact that I'm gonna get hit more by all the bosses. It may seem like a small difference, but small optimizations are going to go a long way on it. Something as hard as this game mode is. I'm taking the pincer. I like increased reach. It lets me hit both claws on bosses easier with the pincers here. You really want to be hitting both of them at the same time to maximize damage. unfortunately I took more damage there than I should have. That's what it is. The biome I've spawned on isn't the best layout. There's not a lot of grasslands. There's also not a lot of stuff to kill here. I could take this, but it means I'm gonna have a harder time getting it to gold, so I'm gonna leave and take health. Again, you have to high. You really need to high roll on Wild Wild World, so I'm going to set myself up for that high roll to gold. We have the elephant, so I would like to have a tree nearby to help me with. There's also a lot of holes. If I defend these holes, it should be easy to fight. Build momentum. I'm not gonna use the bug, the whole bug. There's a launch bug. Launch yourself on an arena. I know how to do it on command. I'm not going to do it on this video. I'll save it for like a bug report video or something. I just DPS him down. And we're good. I'm gonna upgrade this to legendary because I want as much health as possible. It's very important. So we're in day 2. Bosses are gonna start spawning a lot more frequently. My job right now is to, as soon as I see a boss, fight it and kill it before more bosses show up. The more I can thin the boss numbers out, the safer I'm going to be. Plus, it's just the most amount of food you can get, the most amount of levels, etc. Keep the snowball rolling. I'm being greedy there and not taking the health because I want to save it for when I have genetics and I can upgrade it more. See a purple heart down there? Means I know there's a boss in this direction because the purple kangaroo charmed an enemy in that direction. I'm actually gonna go hunt him. And we get a yellow tail for maximum ability, which is nice. I'm gonna take that every day of the week. I'm also gonna take this revenge. Not like I plan on letting bosses hit me, but I don't mind getting ridiculous amounts of damage when they inevitably do hit me. Because they're going to hit me. Okay, unfortunately he's in the snow biome and I really don't want to chase in there. So I'm just going to keep hunting the leads in my certain area. There's a boss. Again, I want to kill these as fast as possible. So in case someone who's watching this doesn't understand why Pincers is so good, it throws out 2 hitboxes, and each one of those deals damage. So on big targets, I want to touch them with both of those hitboxes. Deal damage. I like taking gold hump here because I can get extra health. Another boss. I do want to fight him though. I don't actually want him walking away. I want the genetics and I want the high quality food, but it looks like he's not interested. I'm gonna let him go. Some more bosses are showing up. I'm gonna pull this Minotaur away because he's super easy. Take the reach. Just again, it makes it a lot easier to overlap my pincers on Signature. I'll pick that up later. I'm just going to put myself in a better position to fight this elephant. Clean these up. That goes get all my rewards. I have genetics to play with, so I'm actually going to just reroll away until I get something I'm more interested in. I want to try and save 30 or so in the pocket though, just in case, because I can trade up to gold. To go into the second fight. Yeah, so for instance, I'm not going to be able to get this up to gold, but I am going to take it right now as a purple. Get as much health out of it as I can. So we're going to go into a fight in the water. That's not ideal. Clear out as many of the extra bosses as I can. I'm going to take the upgraded Revenge, because the percentage damage scaling is way too strong, especially on pincers with how much damage it does. Okay, then trade a few hits. I like... If I really am pushing, I take Tentacles here for the ability, but I kind of like Slide more. I'm 100, so do I value damage more or do I value HP more? I think I do enough damage. I value HP. I'll have more chances at the pincers. They'll come back. Or take Gold Revenge. I value mutagen points a lot, especially because I need to upgrade my good traits. Random stat's fun, but I don't really do this random stat in the challenge runs. So my damage is like probably through the roof now. I don't need to take any more at the moment. I'm going to continue to hunt bosses for levels. And I'll pick up whatever things I can on the way. Oh, speaking of bosses, here they come. Separating them. I'm actually going to fight the Claudia one-on-one instead. 2v1 the elephants real quick. Only because I know how much damage I'm actually doing. I'm confident enough to take those fights like that. Now I'm going to go back over there and see what's up with that other fight. And leech whatever food I can off of it. I'm going to continue to just take good upgrades, even damage ones. Like, I'm strong enough defensively and confident enough that I'm okay with just taking damage. I don't really want to hang out in the water or the snow, so I'm just gonna let that earlier fight go and go the other way. Every time I level up, I get my 14 armor plating back. There's Claudia. So again, she'll alternate hands. Don't move, let her push you, just focus on up and down or left and right to dodge her alternating strikes. She's not actually that bad. What makes her so dangerous is that she has such high health, so when you see her early, it's really hard to fight her off in a reasonable amount of time before other shenanigans show up. This is a lot of flat added damage, and with pincers it hits twice, so it adds that flat damage to both hits. It's an insane damage increase. So long as I keep my plating full. Add 14 plating, and this adds 0.6, so it's adding about 8 damage per pincer, so an extra 6 damage per swing. It's a good amount of damage. I'm taking almost every fight I can because I'm confident. I do enough damage, I really need to just take more defenses to stop anything like crazy from stealing this run from me. I have a lot of genetics to play with, so I can start being really greedy on rerolls to find the stuff that I really want. Hit my attacks, but you know, I'm human, we're all human, we don't always land every attack. Oh, I'm just gonna swing with that arm instead. Remember, she always alternates arms. Once you know what side her small and big one is, you know what side the other swing is. I have a lot of genetics. I have a lot of health from the hump. I'm just going to continue to take other defensive players. It's just icy tundra. There's as many of these guys out as I can, so I can just focus on the boss. And I have the damage to do it. You can't tell me that that's not fun. Like pincers is so broken, but you can't deny it's not super fun. So I think I've narrowed the final boss down to a 1v1 because I literally murdered everything. Quickly just finish that, and there's Wild World.